What's going on, guys? I am with the Moose, and today I'm back with another episode of my Red Sox franchise. This series, we are taking on the Tampa Bay Rays, formerly known as the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, still playing pretty poorly, just like they are in real life, and pretty much have not been a great team ever since that run of, 2007 to probably maybe 2010, where they had a great, few years, and even went to the World Series in 2008, which was pretty darn cool for them, at least. So right here in the bottom of the first game of the series, Stephen Wright on the hill, not pitching too hot to start us off, giving a couple of hits up right away. Knuckleball was not dancing enough, not getting these hitters off balance like we want them to, and not getting any swings and misses. Guys on second and third now as they move up on a productive out, and they get a double down the right field line. That is going to score two easily as Mookie gets it back in, holds the guy to a double, but an easy 2 RBI double there. And pretty bad start to the game for Stephen Wright. Don't want to see that in the first inning. Still in the first inning here, Evan Longoria up now. He gets a base hit through the right side. Mookie Betts coming up throwing, trying to get the out at home. Can we get him? And we are just late on it. Just somehow. Great slide around the side and getting the out. Now, I do want to say, apologize a little bit. I had a recording here about 3 innings where the recordings are completely gone. Right here, Travis Shaw hitting a 2-run homer to make it 8-3. And yeah, you're thinking 8-3. What the hell? It was just 3-0. That's because I missed, like 4 innings in here that I had recorded that are just gone. It got corrupted on my, hard drive and stuff, and I can't do anything about it. It's no big deal, though. You guys get the picture. Stephen Wright just had a very poor game. I believe he gave all the earned runs, 8 earned runs, if I remember correctly. Mookie Betts getting us back into it a little bit, though, 8-4 now with a solo home run to left. And obviously the pitcher's not very happy about that one. Mookie with a chance here once again at the end of the game. Mookie Betts to the third baseman, Longoria, and that is going to be an easy double play to end this one out. So we take the loss 8-4. No big deal. Don't want to lose to the Rays too often because their team is pretty darn bad. Sorry if you're a Rays fan out there. But, sometimes it happens and no big deal. Obviously, Stephen Wright, worst outing of the year for him so far. And if he does continue to do stuff like that, we might have to replace him with Eduardo Rodriguez or even Joe Kelly, both of whom have pitched very well out of the bullpen. Kelly has been in the pen the entire year, but Eduardo was just put there, and he's doing really well out there. But David Ortiz, next game in the top of the 4th inning, he sends one to deep center field. That one's out of here off Chris Archer. He always destroys Chris Archer in real life, and in the franchise, it's no different than that. Archer, of course, upset with himself, knowing he probably should have just walked Ortiz on 4 pitches. The intentional walk, I like to call it, the one where you kind of just pitch around him and hope he swings, and when he doesn't, you just let him go because you don't want to give up a dinger like he did there. Now, they're going to get a couple hits here. I believe Rick Porcello was on the hill for this one. Really need to bounce back with a win, especially given that fact that last loss was pretty darn bad. We had a couple home runs, but overall did not have a great game. Xander Bogaerts making the play in the hole right here, trying to turn 2 on Longoria, and he's just barely safe at first. So we can't get the 2 down right there. Still 1 down. Guys on first and third, I should say. Hanley to Xander. Xander back to first, and the throw is a little bit loopy. And for some reason, he couldn't make a hard throw, and they're going to tie this one up. But Mookie Betts leading off right here in the top of the 6th inning, getting a base hit to left field. That's very nice. I've been hitting a lot better with Mookie lately. I started the year pretty solid with him, but maybe around like 275, 280. And then lately, I've been picking up a ton. But David Ortiz again, Chris Archer still in the game, launching one to left center field. That one's out of here again. Pretty much, a very similar spot, maybe a little bit more towards left that time. And Ortiz just continues to murder Archer. Chris Archer really can't get enough of Ortiz. He really needs to get out of the game when Ortiz gets up to the next batter. But we do give up a home run right here, sadly, with Rick Porcello. I believe that was to Steve Pearce, who honestly kind of torched us in this series. This dude was a monster all series and just was wrecking me. Right here, got a couple guys on, or one guy on, I should say. We walk Logan Forsythe, as I believe that is who we walk right there. So they got a couple guys on. Really got to shut this down, see if we can get that. And right here, a little tapper that Ryan Hannigan could not field. Couldn't get him out at first. Really should have had him. But now they got bases loaded. We're going to bring in Carson Smith to, relieve Rick Porcello. We get the grounder. We throw home with Travis Shaw, make the smart play, and then go back to first. Given the fact we only have a 1-run lead, we want to hold that if we can. So now we got 1 down, still bases loaded, still a tense situation. Hanley Ramirez making a nice play at first, getting the out at first, or getting the out at home, I should say. Couldn't get the one at first. Would have been a nice inning and a double play. But now we do have 2 down. Forcing any base ends the inning, and Xander Bogaerts gets it. The runners were stealing. It was a 3-2 pitch, so we couldn't throw it a second. We had to throw it to first, and we got out of it. That was a huge inning. Definitely cannot be understated. But right here, Craig Kimbrell on in the 9th to get the save. And right away, Kevin Kiermaier hitting one into the gap. We couldn't get to it in time. That is going to mean that's a triple. If we got to that, if we cut it off a little bit, that's only a double. And we're looking pretty good. But instead, it's a triple, and really is not too great. After a walk, we end up throwing a wild pitch on a strikeout nonetheless. and that's going to give him the tying run and tie the ball game up, which is really unfortunate. Don't want to give up a run like that. But then Blake Swihart up in the top of the 10th inning, right away, 2 down. Swihart from the left side, launching it to right field, the no-doubter. He has been a beast from the left side. I've told you guys that a few times now, and yeah, I just continue to say it. He is such a monster from the left side, and I definitely love him, and I'm going to keep moving him up in the order. And Xander Bogaerts back-to-back with Blake. That is a home run to left field. Both of them no doubters, which is just ridiculous, meaning that they're just absurdly far home runs, or just, you know, guaranteed home runs. And then David Ortiz, he's up again, and he is going to crush one to center. All 3 home runs to center or left center in this one. He had 3 dingers in this game. Pretty amazing game. I believe he had 1 3-home run game earlier in the season as well. And before this game, he really hadn't done much, so I'm very happy that he broke out and finally started to do something, because, you know, before that, he'd still been hitting very well, you know, getting singles and stuff. But given the fact that he has 0 speed, it's very difficult for him in the franchise to at least get, you know, doubles and stuff. They pretty much have to be, you know, deep in the gap and whatnot. And, you know, thankfully, we were able to hit a couple home runs this game with him. That's very nice. Got 48-30 record coming into the final game of the series. The rubber match with David Price, the former Ray, on the hill, trying to see if we can shut him down and make a great outing out of it. Now, he has been very good against the Rays generally in the past, you know, in his previous times with the Blue Jays and the Tigers and whatnot. Ever since he left the Rays, but right here, not looking too hot. Gave up a single to start it off, and then a double in the gap. Thankfully, the guy in first held up. He thought Jackie might catch it. I might have been able to catch it. I probably took a bad route at it. I didn't think I was going to be able to catch it, so I was kind of just trying to play it off the wall, but I probably should have tried to catch it. And then Jackie right here, trying to slow up, make the catch on the little runway, throw it all the way home. I thought I had him, but again, a great slide, just like in the first game, and they're going to be able to score on that one, which is kind of unfortunate. You know, kind of sucks. Thought I had the out, but I guess not. And then Kevin Kiermaier, a couple innings later in the bottom of the 3rd, he's going to hit a dinger to right field. That one's out of here, and they're going to take a 2-0 lead. Now, David Price didn't pitch a terrible game this game, but definitely did not give you that David Price-esque, you know, gem, you know, the 8 innings, 1 run or something like that. Not happening here. But Blake Swihart, again, once he faces righties, as long as he's on that left side switch hitting, you know, he's going to be getting hits all the time. He's just a complete monster from that left side. Brock Holt getting a hit down the right field line this time. Logan Morrison at first probably should have made that play, but I'll take it. And we're going to move up to 3rd with Swihart, who has, you know, very good legs for a guy that used to be a catcher, and honestly still kind of is a catcher in this game. Now we do ground out to 2nd. That's Forsythe at 2nd making a great play, but Jackie hustling it out, avoiding the double play, getting a run on the board for us, so we're right back in it. But Steve Pearce, like I mentioned, has been killing us, and he does it again. Left center field this time for a homer. And, you know, like I was mentioning, Steve Pearce, a great series for him. He just absolutely torched us every single game, did something for the Rays. Got, I believe, an RBI in every single game, and if not, you know, a couple. And really just had an overall fantastic series. And then Logan Forsythe, a few batters later, he's going to hit one out of here as well. This is not looking good for us, as David Price just could not, you know, keep the ball out of the yard, or keep the ball in the yard, I should say. He was very good at keeping the ball out of the yard, but not very good at keeping it, you know, in the field of play. But Blake Swihart again from the left side. He's going to hit it out of here. That is going to give us another run here in the 9th inning. 5-2 game now. Maybe have a little bit of a chance if we try to get back into it with a few more homers like we did in the last game. But it's not looking too good when Jackie Bradley Jr. hits a little pop out right here to end the game. We take a 1-2 record in the series. Not too great, but hopefully you guys did enjoy anyway. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below and let me know who you think I should go after at the deadline. We're going to be doing that very, very soon. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.